Well, folks, this is Frank Jolly back again. Well, my 2 week quarantine is finally over, and I have confirmation by the Makmal Kesihatan Awam Kebangsaan, or rather MKAK. I think it translated, it means the National Public Health Laboratory. I was confirmed I was COVID negative all along. I think this is a form that proves it. It's a green form where that's it. I don't know whether you can read it, but it's where I went. It's called the PKD, Petaling, Pejabat Kesihatan Daerah Petaling, where they confirmed me as COVID negative all along. Band removed. They cut the band. Okay. The management doesn't accept this as a proof that I'm COVID negative. So I've taken it to the police station and made a report. And if they don't accept it, then I'll ask them to give it to me in writing. Okay. And of course, my certificate that I've been vaccinated twice. But of course, the main proof comes in the My Sejahtera app. They will put in your app that you are tested and declared positive, declared negative all the way. And this status has been added onto My Sejahtera app on the 14th of August. So if the management doesn't accept it, they say it's a forgery. Never mind, doesn't matter. They gave me a letter and I can sue them. Okay, together with my in the app, actually it states that I was negative twice, in fact, because first they have the certificate, you know, where you were vaccinated twice. That 2 vaccinations allows you a lot of privileges, you know. Now I can go to a restaurant and I can just show them that vaccination twice. I can sit down and dine at the restaurant. I don't have to bring the food back to my table and dine at my table. So one unfortunate thing is that during my quarantine at my shop lot, all my customers who came to my shop lot were told by the guards that I was COVID positive and that my entire family was COVID positive, and it would be futile showing these guards my green form or my Sejahtera, because most of the guards are foreign workers, you know, warga asing. They are basically illiterate, and meaning they just can't read or write, so it's no use. And whatever they did tell my customers that I was COVID positive was actually basically a big lie. And I hope that my customers who follow me in YouTube would and Facebook, by that matter, these downloads would enlighten my educated customers, okay, not the uneducated guards here, but my educated customers, that I was COVID negative all along. And as regards to those guards who spread those malicious lies about me, I'm seeking litigation, okay, as compensation to the loss of clientele through defamation of character, okay. So this is what I'm telling you all. By the way, if you all want to see my proof, I've got it in my apps, okay. The app is enough proof because the app comes directly from the authorities, okay. They put in your app, vaccinated twice. I went for a second test and also proved that I was COVID negative all along. So in any case, I hope this upload will highlight the public misconceptions about this COVID-19 virus. Just because they saw me having the band, they thought that I was COVID positive all the while. They didn't know that it was because one of my tenants was COVID positive, and I of course refused to be to quarantine with him. I decided to quarantine in my own office to safeguard my life. So actually this download is to enlighten you on a few things, okay? When people tell you to do something and you know it's going to endanger your life, stand your ground, okay? Stand your ground. Tell them that you are going to... I stood my ground. They called the management called the police to escort me back to my home, but I came back here and I locked myself in the office, and I said, and they brought the police force over to take me back to my home, and I said, no way, I am going to quarantine myself in my office. And I stood my ground. I called the police officers, and I called the police chief, and they said, yes, I have every right to quarantine myself in my office, in my shop lot, because I'm paying for it, okay? So I'm glad that after quarantining myself for 14 days in my office, I'm glad that I went to the PK, what do you call that? There's so many names. PKKK, oh yeah, I have to form again. The PKD, okay? I went to the PKD and confirmed that I was COVID negative all along. And to all my customers, please come. Let me show you the app, okay? If you know, most of the foreign workers, warga asing, I tell you, most of them are not vaccinated twice. Most of them are not, they don't have undergo any tests. So whether they are positive or COVID positive or negative is questionable. We don't know, because we are the ones who follow the rules, okay? The warga asing, I'm sorry, they are the cause of the spread of the virus. The person who was renting my place was a warga asing. Now, of course, I evicted all of them. Nobody, no warga asing is going to stay. In fact, I'm staying in my house alone, okay? Because I know how to protect myself. I know how to protect myself from this COVID crisis. And sorry to say that the millions of foreign workers, they are not educated. They are the main ones who are spreading the virus through the lack of knowledge. And the people hiring these workers, these foreign workers, okay, the people hiring these foreign workers, I see that it is a crime they are committing, okay? They are hiring people who are spreading this virus, and they are committing a crime, okay? I have made a police report on that. In the meantime, my downloads here are to remind all Malaysians like me who are COVID negative to take precautions to protect themselves from the virus, okay? I stood my ground, and I'm glad that I stood my ground, because you have to remember that the only person who can protect you from the COVID virus is you, the man in the mirror, the person in the mirror. You know how to do it. If you are educated enough and you know how the virus spreads, then you know how to protect yourself. If somebody says go and quarantine yourself next to a COVID positive person, you stand your ground and say no. If somebody asks you to eat shit, you don't want it. You tell them no. I have my rights. I know what to do. So remember, okay, I am downloading this for you all to know where your rights and how to protect your lives from this COVID virus, okay? Keep yourself updated on the characteristics of the COVID virus. It has mutated, and I don't know. There's a lot of scientific data you can learn to protect yourself from contracting the virus. And if you know the facts, and if anyone tells you to do something that is going to put your life in danger, stand stand your ground. I keep on saying, stand your ground. Okay, this is what I did when I refused to be quarantined with a COVID positive person. Okay, and I'm going to repeat it over and over again. Okay, stand your ground. Know where the dangers of the COVID lies. Okay, people who are not aware of this, I know, they're guards, they are uneducated. Okay, they are really uneducated. They don't really. People like us who study up to PhD level, let us advise you all what to do, how to protect yourself. I have protected myself all along. I was COVID negative all along. Okay, it just so happened that one of my tenants became positive. Who was positive, and in fact, at the very onset, he didn't say anything. One thing is this, those people who are COVID positive will not ever mention it because they don't want to go through the 2-week quarantine. Once they go to 2 weeks quarantine, like me, I have lost 2 weeks of income. But I went through it because I wanted to prove myself negative, even when I was exposed to a COVID positive person. Well, I hope that something good will come out of this download. In the meantime, I'm signing off. Okay, I'm signing off, and I know there's a lot of issues that I've got to address, especially the people who spread these lies and rumors about me being COVID positive, and it would involve some litigatory matters, but I'm attending to it. In the meantime, please subscribe to my channel by pressing the button below, and I will come up with more downloads on this issue about the COVID crisis. As I'm saying, I'm not here to play the blame game. I'm not blaming the government on the inability to deal with the virus, but I'm actually happy with that, with the herd immunity program that they're launching. The herd immunity program is that they're trying to get everyone to be vaccinated, and then when they can show proof in their MySejahtera that they are vaccinated twice, then they are allowed to dine in, they are allowed to travel. But the ones who are not vaccinated, they are the ones who are spreading the virus. So please, we have got to do something. I'm going to do something about this. I'm going to do something. I'm going to tell the authorities, please go and check on them. Okay? All these guards who are all foreign workers, please check on them. Find out whether they are included in the MySejahtera program, whereby they are monitored, like in other countries. In Singapore, they're all monitored. Everybody is monitored. Everyone. Okay, everyone is monitored to know whether they are negative or positive. The minute you got to go anywhere, a restaurant, you have to get your MySejahtera. You got to go and put it against the MySejahtera. There's a kind of a pattern thing that you got to get yourself verified. So they have to implement this for every worker that they have. Okay, so please, just I'm going to keep on downloading. I'm going to do my part. Okay, I'm going to do my part to prevent this COVID from spreading. It's gone up to 20,000, 30,000, 40. I don't know how much it's going to go up to, but remember, we have a role to play. Okay, the educated ones, please, we have a role to play to educate those who are illiterate and who don't know anything about how the COVID virus is spread. Okay, thank you so much. please subscribe to my channel.